boarding requested.
Pre-flight checklist started. Battery on, APU check. Starting the APU. Engine number 1 bleed is open. Engine 2 bleed is open. Engine 3 bleed is open. APU bleed is open. All packs are open. Packs trip-off warnings tested.
ACC, welcome to the stream. If you're still around. And welcome everybody who's watching or gonna be watching.
Fuel dump switches closed. Fuel dump valve in transit lights tested. Fuel dump nozzle in transit lights tested.
We are
Fire bell test completed.
on Bromma Airport.
Annunciator panel tested. Gyro nav compass source set.
Stockholm, Sweden.
Main panel lights checked.
Setting up whatever I can set up.
Throttle warning horn tested.
And this 3 crew airplane.
Transfer switch set to left. Pre-flight checks complete.
Alright.
Before start checks started. Hydraulic A pumps are off. Altimeter is set to 1020. Nav, beacon, and logo lights set. Emergency exit lights armed. Window heat is on.
Alright.
Radios are on. Departure briefing is complete. Logbook has been checked. Alternate flaps off. Stall warning tested.
Checking the approach to Sveg.
Engine and wing anti-ice set to off. Flight control shutoffs on.
Alright.
Anti-skid tested. Comparators checked. Ground proximity warning system checked.
I'm gonna be on runway 12. Gonna set flaps 20.
Airspeed warning checked. Yaw dampers on. Throttle warning horn tested. Stabilizer trim checked. Trim tested and set. Flight director checked. Boost pump 1 is on. Hydraulic B pump number 1 is on. Fire control is checked.
Actually, I think we're gonna aim for 6,000 here. Still not very familiar with the area, and I know there are
DC
mountains and
power
hills.
checked.
Not very tall ones, but
Rudder
still.
power is checked and on.
And this is our landing.
Radio master is on.
We are not very
Shocks
heavy
and goes
today.
are removed. Before start checklist complete.
What was the GV? Gross 68,000. Exactly. Cool. That's kilos, by the way. Alright, man, I'm not in my... I had too little sleep. Alright. Not in my prime. I think we're done on the outside. Except for those two guys, always and always. Don't know what the deal is with those, but Then also this staircase. Stairs is always an issue. Don't remove it automatically. Not with my settings, at least. Might be something else I don't know about. And anyway, we're gonna prepare for pushback. I set everything I can set for now. I'm gonna check. Oh man, right, that's better. What was it? Right. Check the frequency for the ILS. 1109.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
It's set here, so it's prepared. It's good. Ready for pushback. Cool thing about GSX is the pronunciations. In this case, Swedish. That's pretty cool.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Locking gear.
Nose left, tail right.
Release parking brakes.
Off we went. Off we go.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at wheel.
Starting number 3, ignition on. I'm not entirely sure when I should introduce fuel here, but usually I do it around 20 on the N2 gauge. Ish. Engine 1. And 2. Engine 2. I don't know why I want to keep calling the middle engine number 3, but probably because of the DC-9 and MD-11. But I haven't been flying those, so it's a bit odd. But yeah, I mean, I've been flying other planes with 2 engines, so the primary engines.
Set parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for good engine start.
Good engine start, yes. You're gonna have my good engine start. Good engine start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
After start checks. All packs are open.
APU still?
Unlocking gear.
Closed. Beacon lights on. DC power checked. Boost pumps all on.
Actually,
Hydraulic A pumps on. Hydraulic system nav, B beacon, and logo lights set.
Tow truck disconnected.
Emergency exit
Bypass
lights
pin
are
removed. Left is clear, right is clear.
Is on. Anti-skid checked and off. Comparators checked. Ground proximity warning system checked.
23,000.
Flight instruments all on 1. Airspeed warning checked.
Put it on 23.
Yaw dampers on.
I'm gonna be on 21.
Spoilers detent.
21,000 feet. Flight level 210, I think. Grenade is set. 1021.
After start checks complete.
Next lights on.
Taxi checks. Taxi lights are on.
Perhaps at 20.
EPR for engine 2 is set to 1 decimal 90.
What's going on?
2 decimal 18. Trim is set to 20 decimal 18. Probe heat on. Air condition checked and set. Taxi checks are complete.
Fuel heat out of nothing. Okay. That's the engineer's thing, by the way. Alright, let's roll. Speeds are set. Bug is set for 200. My little red one, whatever the name is on that. So I'm not happy with runway 12. Oh, right, I forgot something actually. Yeah, this is not okay, but good now.
Raymond Tango Sierra Romeo 2410.
So we're gonna have a
request taxi for takeoff.
tailwind slash crosswind. Not so little. Maybe we'll have to 30. Yeah, I made a mistake for sure. We're gonna taxi back.
Taxi.
That was my bad.
Runway 30 using taxiway Yankee 2 Yankee 1 cross runway 1 2 Yankee 1 Yankee 2 Yankee Yankee 4 Raymond Tango Sierra Romeo 2410.
Most definitely, most definitely. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, so I've been every day I've been flying from Bromma this last week. It has been from 12. And also when I planned the flight plan, number 12 was set for takeoff. So that might throw things off a bit with, we'll see. We need to check on my waypoints for after takeoff, or we're gonna check before takeoff. Alright. That makes sense. And usually I check the taxi before pushback, so this time I forgot. It's interesting how lack of sleep actually operates your brain not to operate. Ooh, is that a Saab? Saab 340. Oh, those. A little bit of sightseeing before takeoff. Warming the engines. Warming up the engines. Need to find excuses for my mess up. Yeah, I should have been streaming several times. I didn't. I was just trying to learn this aircraft and get to know it. I didn't think of, well, I thought of it, but I was like, nah, I'm not ready yet. I want to be somewhat prepared at least. And it's funny how I didn't have any issues with sleep during that time, so I was doing pretty good with checklists and remembering items and everything, and yeah, here we are. So it's going to be what it's going to be. If everything just, you know, if everything is going to where I don't want it to go, I just fly it manually and land it, whatever. But yesterday I had a few issues with the autopilot that I didn't have the other days, so I don't know what that was about, but at one point it was just basically diving to the right, like turning full right, and obviously losing altitude when doing so. So that was a little bit hard to recover from, because the trim was messed up, everything. You know, it's a standard Microsoft Flight Simulator mess up still. It is what it is. I fly VFR.
Raymond Tango Sierra Romeo 2410. Ready for straight out departure at runway 30.
Raymond Tango Sierra Romeo 2410. QNH 1021 departing straight out approved. Cleared for takeoff, runway 30.
Cleared for takeoff runway 30. Raymond Tango Sierra Romeo 2410.
Before takeoff checks started. Auto brake is set to RTO. Ignition set to continuous. Essential power is on generator 3. Anti-skid on. Strobe lights on. Landing lights on. Taxi lights off. Transponder is on. APU is off. Boost pumps all on. Oil cooler is off. Air condition checked and set. pack trip set to normal. Pressure switch on flight mode. Before takeoff checks complete.
Engine 1 and 3 too high.
80 knots.
Coming back a bit, cutting it back. Good enough.
V1. Rotate.
Rotate.
Raymond Tango Sierra Romeo 2410. Leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Yeah, I didn't check the waypoints, of course. So I'm gonna take a right here. Sharp right. And we're gonna nail it anyways, I think. Maybe a little bit. Not so straight.
Raymond Tango.
Let's see if we can do this.
Romeo 2410. Did you hear my last transmission?
Sorry about that.
Bromma Tower, Raymond Tango Sierra Romeo 2410. Frequency change.
Yeah, so we should take a left now. It doesn't look like it's gonna do it. We got GPS, but we got no. This is typical. It's been going on. Oh, all right, good. It was about to, but kind of aggressive. But yeah, to be fair, I was straight. Again, I was going straight for the line, like 90 degrees. Alright, we are on autopilot now. Vertical speed set to 3,200 feet per minute. And yes, I'm flying this plane my way, and I have these Garmin's instead of the whatever the name is of that equipment. XLS. I don't remember which one it is, but I'm gonna learn it someday. But right now I feel more comfortable with these. And I haven't been flying IFR yet, briefly, but it's been a while since I flew a complex aircraft like this. 3 crew one in this case. Alright, seems like we are right where we need to be. Going for 21,000 feet. Passing 10,000 now. Actually, I'm gonna put this one right there. Alright, after takeoff checklist. Oh, Okay, we got an issue. If this helps. A little bit, yeah. Right.
After takeoff checks. Ignition is off.
It's not
Landing
reliable.
gear is set to off. Hydraulic system B, pump 1 is off. After takeoff checks complete.
Well, could have hand flown it, but I didn't. We got our speed back, that's good. What is this? Interesting, squares. Alright. I was thinking of flying this plane in 3 different parts of the world. One is here in Scandinavia, Europe. One would be Brazil, with a base in Rio. And the third one, I actually might do 4. Would be Africa, and no, it's gonna be 5 actually. Africa, then we're gonna like the west part of South America, like Venezuela and Colombia. I mean, and rather than Brazil, and then of course Alaska is gonna be one. I don't know. I haven't yet. I have one livery for this one that might work, NAC livery. I think they are Alaskan based. But I want to go with Alaska Airlines. We'll see what I do. I don't have a livery, and I spent so much time to get this one right and the one for Brazil. So it took me about a couple of weeks with each, to 1 week with each, or more, actually. I think it ended up pretty good, though. It's all the little details and things with, how do you say? Like we have a little issue right there with a line that don't line up properly. For instance, I overlooked that one, probably because I was looking at it from this angle all the time. On the other side, I knew there was bigger differences, so I faced those as much as I could. Yeah, of course, the logotype or the name was also an issue. Not so much on this side. Well, with the door it was, but not much. It was worse in this case with the cargo door because it was also leaning. And I don't know why it looks like this, but it was either this or that. So either the G would be faulty or the D. There's no in between, really. I don't know. Well, I actually do know now how I should have done it, but I'm not going to do anything about it. I could have moved it to the right on the cargo door, then I could move the GO part further to the rear. If I would have done that, that would have worked. Maybe I do it someday, we'll see. Not a biggie though. It's weathered a little bit too much, what I was thinking, but it's okay. It is an old paint scheme, so it's alright. Let's see. 150 nautical miles. All right. That's good. I wonder if it's going to be runway 9 though, because well, we can check the weather because we have a little fast way of. Oh man, what is this stuttering? It's also started last couple of days. It's a lot of stutters all of a sudden. Otherwise, it's been pretty smooth. Landing. There we go. That's an odd number for the wind. Oh boy. So it doesn't tell me a thing, and I have. Maybe I could check it here, but I don't think so. Thing is, yeah, nothing. Thing is, this is the light version of the 750. I do have the XI version, which is full, but it gives the stutters, so I cannot use it. I'm still having issues with that. So everything is really freezing every, what is it, like 5-6 seconds. And then it releases, then it freezes again, and then it's doing it all the time, so it's what it is. Almost at our altitude. Yeah, it's kind of funny how I've been remembering items I don't have to deal with really, because it's the co-pilot or the engineer, and I've been doing a lot, but now I'm like sleep deprived. Of course, when I want to stream. So typical. I would probably never stream if it always was like this or that, or finding excuses or reasons not to stream more than excuses. I don't need excuses. I want to stream, but I just don't feel in shape, or don't have the energy or the time. Because obviously I do other stuff like creating airplanes or learning how to fly an airplane, or how to operate it more. Or flying too. It's kind of unforgiving if you reach a certain speed with this one, and it comes pretty fast. And I heard that's why they don't use flaps 40 for this one, if they can help it. Rather landing with flaps 30 and stay, have a little faster approach speed than otherwise. So I've done it a couple of times where once I actually lost lift under one wing, and it was just going down. I recovered briefly, So full engine power and full right rudder, because I was going to the left. I was rolling to the left, and I was recovering, but then I made overcorrection. So I went straight over to the other side and then back, and that was it. That was it. Then I went down to the left anyway. Overcorrections. But yeah, to be fair, I don't have. So with this aircraft, or this version at least, there's too much input going on into the aileron, so you can fly it like a freaking fighter jet almost. It's turning on a dime. And yeah, I would think it's a bit more sluggish, because I cannot do those that whole thing pilots are doing on approaches with the yoke, left, right, back and forth constantly, because the ratio is, I would be all over the place if I did that. So what I did, I changed the curve. So in the beginning of the curve, it actually behaves somewhat like it should. So I can have a little wiggle room, or actually using the yoke as it is intended, or how it works, or ratio, how the ratio is in real life, or closer to that at least. But then if you reach a certain point on that curve, everything is going to be applied like at once. And if you reach that point, well, that's probably what happened. So that's why I just, because all of a sudden it's worse than with a straight curve over the whole register. It's actually faster. Yeah, so one day maybe I invest in a honeycomb or something more proper, but the thing remains, it's still going to be an issue. But maybe there are profiles I can apply with that one, so I can have a better ratio without that freaking accelerated curve going on after 50% of input. If I stay below 50% of my inputs, I'll be fine. And usually you don't need more than that, I don't think. It's like extreme, I don't know. No use really, because the plane takes time. Alright, get back to this. We got 92 more miles. And let's see how the descent manager, that's a flight. Yeah, it says we should start at 47 with 1900 feet per minute. So that's where we're going to be starting, but I kind of feel that we're going to go lower than 6,000. This is just for safety reasons, so we don't hit a mountain, but I think I was okay with 5 or 4,500 actually. We'll see. I've just been flying here once, and that was before I replaced the scenery for the airport, Sveg. With a more proper, realistic look, how it looks in real life. So I don't know how the parking is going to be, but I don't think it's going to be worse than it was with the Microsoft version of it. At one point I started inside of a building, so yeah, there you have it. And I think there are medium spots, so this one should, I think, fit. Most medium spots are good for this plane so far. I mean, probably exceptions, but Man, it's dirty. Yeah, and we had this type of weather whole week in Sweden, except for, I think yesterday we had a little bit of rain, but just briefly, then it went back to sun. Been real nice. Alright, 72 miles, actually 73 almost. Then I made the logotype for the west here. ScandiCargo's car, which is my fictional or fictitious, how do you say it, carrier. Yeah, so we're going to be landing with fuel left, obviously, because alternate route or airport, if needed, whatever that might be, but I know I can't get back on this back to Bromma, that's for sure, so we need to refuel a bit if I feel that we're going to go back, or if we're going to go somewhere else. I don't know. I want to create a kind of a milk run, maybe not in Scandinavia, but Africa and Brazil. There's definitely one in Alaska. I think they're flying it with a 737. But back in the days, I think it was flown by a 727. Back in the days. Yeah, it's Semi-Glossy. Semi-Glossy. How far? 44, yeah, time to descend. Alright, we're going for 6,000. There we go. Going 2,000 feet per minute. That's Norway over there, I think. Another item I forgot about. Resetting the QNH over 10,000. I think it's over 10,000 feet. To 1013. This is overall, I think it's a little bit more than 200 miles, this trip. I don't like doing much longer than that. It's like, I'm getting bored. And to be fair, I don't have that much time just to be watching an automated system. But this can be interesting from time to time since it's failing, so yeah, well. Changing to nav 109.100. We're not there yet, so I'm a little bit early. I tend to prepare a little bit early, but yeah, we might actually be there before I know it. Slow down a bit. Slow down to 1230. Something is going on with the zoom here. Go.
Approach checks. Nav, beacon, and logo lights set. Brake pressure checked. Altimeter is set to 1022. Boost pumps all on. Crossfeed number 2 is open and 1 and 3 are closed. Fuel heat off. Hydraulic pumps all on. Approach checks complete.
I'm gonna put in the pudding. Alright, hang on. QNH is set. And out. What is going on? Oh yeah, we're closed now. But yeah, we can go down to 3,000 actually, I think. 3,000 feet per minute. I don't know if the ILS works. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't work, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm a little bit wired. I don't know. I'm just not in the best shape. It feels like I don't have control. Not much. So the airport should be on our right. Ish. I don't know if we can see it yet though. It's too blurry. Too far? Or is it too close? Because that's the second option with me. Sometimes I expect it to be far. I'm looking for it, too far away, and then I just realized, oh, I'm above it. Hopefully it's not going to happen now, but... Alright, 6,000 feet, and 3,000 might be a little bit... But anyway, yeah, we're going to turn here before the mountains, so I think we're good. Looks like. And we need to slow down for sure, so I'm actually going to speed brake a bit. Because we are too darn fast, below 10,000 feet. 4,000, we're going to be close to, this is not good. This is not good at all. 4,000, yeah. I messed up, that's for sure. I messed up for sure. Not necessarily, but it feels too close for comfort. Right. Perhaps.
Landing checks.
Here.
Flaps 30 set. Ignition set to continuous. Anti-skid on. Landing checks complete.
Yeah, alright, so next time I know I shouldn't go below 4,500, and that's what I said before, so I actually remembered it, and then I forgot, or I just ignored my knowledge. Also, I should have checked stuff like that. Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm gonna be a little bit more thorough in the future. So no ILS, but this is more fun anyways, so. Speed brakes off. That's why it's whining. I see the runway now. It's kind of weird how it doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Looks like it's over there, but I look at the, yeah, it's like supposed to be on the left. So weird. Oh, I see it now. Alright. Got it. Even though it's sort of fascinating with ILS approaches and, you know, the plane flying itself, doing it for too long, you know, I'm getting out of shape. If I keep doing it, I just lose touch with the plane. Right, we got flaps 30. Speed brake is armed. And auto brake set on max. Lights are on. And we got the final. Gotta announce it too. Number 9. Hopefully we don't have too much. Alright, I forgot. See how many things I forget? This is ridiculous. I feel very ashamed. Here we are. There we go. These are set now. actually gonna disengage my auto throttle now. Gonna try to have connection with the aircraft. Trimming. Yeah, so we're gonna flying over a little lake here. Very close to that. I was stuck in the mud. It was actually like wetlands with my bike. I was over there. And at that little house I had, you know, I changed because I got really wet on the ground, and it started raining, and I had a bike sitting in the halfway, you know, it was like buried. The wheels were buried in the soft ground. A little bit high. Wind is good. It's not good though. That was really bad. Hello. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I could have done that way better. I usually do. Of course. So I was bouncing. That was the one. I just lost touch with my speed there at the end, and yeah, the touchdown was way too late on a little airport like this. Should have been a go round. Well, well, well. We didn't crash, at least, even though the landing was hilarious. From the outside, probably. Even more, even so. Let's see if I can park this one. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be flying much more today. My brain is just... it's not good. One of these days, I mean these days, this day would be a perfect day for not flying, actually. Not doing anything. Maybe it's going to be better next time. Hopefully, more sleep and a little more focus. Focus, Danielson. It's much nicer than last time I was here because the scenery is... It's actually a 2020 airport, but it works in 2024. Sometimes they do. Some airports work, some don't. One in Hilo, Hawaii doesn't work. The whole freaking terminal is kind of missing. You got all the jetways sitting just like so, without any building attached to them. So Yeah, this is way better. Way better than what it was. Now, I don't know if GSX will accept this. I had a few airports, it just doesn't work. We'll see if I can put a parking spot. I do that from a map. If this one will start, it might not. It looks like it won't. And so it is what it is. That's sad. Yeah, so things like that I need to test. So maybe if the airport would be 2024 compatible, it would probably work. So nobody's gonna wave us in. Try one more time, see if we'll wake up, but I don't think when it's doing that thing, it usually doesn't come around. So yeah, no, we're not gonna force it. Doesn't work. That should do it.
Landing checks.
Man, I'm really not.
Brake pressure checked.
Everything's late.
Pressure
Everything I
switch
do is
set to ground.
nothing or just late.
Landing and strobe lights are off. Taxi lights are on. Spoilers down. Anti-skid off. The ignition is off. Set to neutral.
Ow!
AC
Sometimes
on
it's just so sharp, it hurts my ears.
APU master on.
And I can't find what... I can't just turn that volume down without... I don't know which one it is. I tried with everything. I can just...
Starting the APU.
I need to turn down everything.
APU generators closed. Essential power on the APU.
Alright, good. Because we're gonna kill the engines now. Everything is just not working. So we're gonna have our own boarding stairs attached. G6 still doesn't work. And so it's not gonna work. That's sad because it's like a trade-off.
Engine number 2 bleed open.
It just, you just have to
Open.
either have a crappy airport that looks like crap or use GSX. Also, I was halfway inside of a building, so nah, this is better, even if it's not complete. Anyway, it was a nice flight, even though I was really not in shape to do any perform very good. But we are here and plane is in one piece. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to catch you on the next one. And I would say it's likely it's going to be a better one. Bye for now.